Hi everyone, my name is Kat Gillies. So for this project, I am going to be analyzing an image I found on the Surfrider Foundation website. So this website's goal is to basically help promote beating ocean pollution. So for my first point, I will be starting off with some background info. So beating ocean pollution is something I'm very passionate about, and I think more people need to be aware of the issue. There are a lot of different ads out there to bring this message across, but I like this one in particular. So the text I'll be interpreting states, "We don't see it, but we know it. The ocean is beautiful. Plastic pollution is a plague. Reset your habits to protect what's under the surface." So the first half of the text is written in large white letters, and the second half of the text is written in smaller white letters. I think this is done to exhibit what exists underneath the surface of the ocean, which in this case is plastic pollution. The part where it says, "We don't see it, but we know it," represents how we as humans are aware of the problem but will not acknowledge it and take action to solve it. This message is further depicted through the ocean that we can see and the plastic pollution that we are aware of but cannot see. Furthermore, the icon in this image is the ocean itself and what the ocean looks like due to plastic pollution. The audience this ad is reaching out to is people with bad habits of littering and not recycling. I think their creators are leaning more towards this generation in particular, who can no longer pretend to not be aware about what's happening to our oceans anymore. Furthermore, I think the creators utilized Kairos and posted this ad when it was recently found that as of this year, 8 million pieces of plastic make their way into our oceans every single day. So here it is very clear that the creators of this ad have values that consist of saving as well as protecting our oceans from plastic pollution. So for my next point, I will now discuss the visual design elements of the image. So here the ocean in this ad is salient as it is the main focus of the message the ad is trying to get across. The figure of this ad is the plastic bottles depicted below the ocean. This stands out because we do not usually associate the ocean and plastic bottles together. Furthermore, this is also an example of juxtaposition. So the contrast of having the beautiful scenery of the ocean alongside dirty plastic bottles brings forth the urgency of beating pollution in our oceans even more. In addition, the color and context plays a vital role in exhibiting the message. So if you examine the image from top to bottom, the top of the image is bright and colorful, whereas the bottom is dark and has a more dirty appearance. Then, if you examine the image from left to right, the left side of the image is darker and the right side of the image is brighter. So it is likely the creators put the text right below where the sun hits the ocean to imply a more brighter, positive future if we as humans can get rid of these bad habits and ridding the oceans of pollution. So all of these aspects promote the index of the image, where the effect is dirty, polluted water, and the cause of this is people with bad habits who pollute the water. So for my third point, I am going to interpret the meanings. So the claim of this image is presented directly in the text itself, and that is how ocean pollution exists and is a rising issue that needs to end. The text in this image exhibits shock against expectations. The statement comes off as almost an attack to humans who are guilty of littering and not recycling. The goal of the text is to almost wake people up and let them know they must take action. When I first read the text, I felt a bit uncomfortable, but also a sense of motivation to do better, and I think that is the exact goal of the text. Furthermore, the image is implying that humans with bad habits are appropriating our environment with the disrespect of their careless actions. One could look at the message of this text as an enthymeme, as their creators were very blunt with the statement, assuming the audience will accept their bluntness and, for lack of better words, the attitude the statement is giving off. In addition, the text also implies a sense of distortion. By saying, "We don't see it, but we know it," paired with the image of dirty plastic floating in the ocean, the audience's typical image of a beautiful ocean becomes distorted, thus promoting the message even more. Similarly, the placement of the text right under the sun in the image depicts a fantasy, meaning if we can put a stop to ocean pollution, this fantasy of a clear ocean will come true. Thank you so much for listening. I hope you learned a little bit more about ocean pollution, and I hope that this ad was able to help you understand why we need to take more action on this issue, as well as understanding the concepts we discussed in class even more. Thank you.